Libra. Welcome to your monthly oracle reading for February. So this will be a love and romance based reading. It's going to be a little longer and I am using a lot of different cards. I've already shuffled one deck, which is the numerology deck. I'm going to give you your energy in relation to your partner and also their energy in regards to you. So whoever it is that you're thinking about, like a soulmate, someone maybe that's on your mind, this has to do with them. And keep in mind, it could be reversed as well, the energy. So take it as you like. Okay, and then I'll pull a card from the Romance Angels and Healing Angels. So let's get started. All right, so there's a lot of intense energies for a lot of you this month that you need to take into consideration. All right, on your end, in regards to your partner, we have forgiveness. All right. I feel like, you know, there could be like someone coming in where maybe you've had a lot of disagreements or betrayals in the past, and it's asking for you, your forgiveness to let go of, you know, it doesn't mean like let someone back in to use and abuse you again like they did before. This is saying like to let go. Forgiveness is letting go of any resentment or anger you have towards that person, okay? But most importantly, I feel like forgiving yourself. So letting go of any regret on your end. Maybe you're beating yourself up or you're being a little too hard on yourself, you know, for saying or doing something and you're like, I should have done this instead. Or maybe you feel you're not putting enough boundaries out as you should and you keep like feeling a little bit like a wimp in some way or something like that. Okay, so this is saying like not to be so hard on yourself, just forgive yourself. Sometimes when it comes to spiritual and personal growth, we have to like we could take like 2 steps forward, but sometimes we take 5 steps back again to really reflect on the situation. And sometimes we have to go back and make the mistake again and then learn from it and then sometimes redo it and then move forward with more ease, okay, with more wisdom and learning. All right, so how does forgiveness play a part in your life? All right, because this is coming on your end, okay? It could be theirs, but I do feel like the Libra, it is a very giving sign as well. So I feel like maybe you wanted to see a certain outcome or result, and maybe you were giving too much and investing too much energy in this, and you didn't see the result, okay? So just take everything as, I feel like there's a lot of acceptance that needs to happen, especially like on your end, like take the situation for what it is, and then just be like, okay, it is what it is. Let go and let God kind of thing, okay? And know that your life, there's a lot of blessings and abundance coming for you. There's a lot of blessing in disguises as well. So I am seeing that. So yeah, maybe like you're just like forgiving and then deciding to be friends with the person or, you know, handling the situation in a fair manner. And just kind of, or like maybe if you are continuing the union, you're just letting go of whatever happened in the past. Like you have it in mind, but you're not letting it affect you as much as it has before. And you're seeing like, okay, you know, you're understanding and you're being compassionate. Maybe that person was going through some certain phase back then and you're giving it like another shot. Okay, so I am seeing some of you giving it another shot. For those of you who are just going your separate ways, I feel like it's like a very smooth departure. It's like a graceful and very kind. It's like remaining, you know, you're not close, but you're not enemies even. Okay, so this is what I'm feeling. I do see like moderation happening for a lot of you as well. Like you're kind of like giving a little and then taking back. Like you're learning, like, okay, you catch yourself. Like maybe like you're being very strategic about it with this other person. Like you'll stop yourself if you're like, okay, no, I'm saying too much, or like I'm texting too much, or maybe I'm like calling too much. Like let me put a stop to it for a little bit. So you're kind of doing this balancing act with this person, okay? Sometimes you might be like pulling back a lot and then giving a little bit. So I could see you kind of balancing it a little bit. So that's good because it's like moderation. So it seems very healthy on your end. Like you're aware and you know what you're doing. And you're keeping in mind, like even though something happened in the past where you needed to forgive now. Like, like where like you've gone wrong, or the patterns, like I wouldn't say wrong, but you're correcting yourself now. That's like what's coming through. And maybe it's not with the person, maybe it's like with the next person that's like entering your life or has come in your life. You're like, you've learned from the previous past situations and you're applying it now. So that's what I'm seeing. It's like there's a growth happening for you. It's also telling me like to get some physical activity, like I know like after like the holidays, it's like try not to indulge too much, try to balance yourself and have moderation with like food and exercise. When you're eating healthy and when you're exercising, you'll feel more confident and have more like self-love too with yourself. So make sure you're doing something physical as well, because that's going to give you more energy, and just it'll give you feel good vibes about yourself, and that's going to help you attract someone new that you want in your life, or it'll create this like nice energy between you and your partner, because you're going to be feeling good with yourself. For this, I'm also feeling like sexuality is playing a big role. Like there's like a physical attraction with you guys. Okay, so there's a big physical attraction, and also you're really paying attention to the sexual part of the relationship in some way. Okay, so it could, like, I feel like if you're like a male, I don't know why I'm getting that. If you're like a male listening, maybe if you were very physically active before, like you're kind of taming that a little bit, like it has like having to do with this person. Okay, so maybe if you were like too much, like you had too many options, or you're a little bit like player kind of mentality, you're like learning to like be more in control of that energy. Okay, so that's like for a specific it's like very masculine energies coming through. That's why I'm saying male, could be female as well. All right. So physical, there's something like a physical activity, like maybe physically, there's like a bit of a block physically. It could be like maybe you're distant from each other as well, so that could come into play. For them, I'm getting a feeling that there could be like a parent-child relationship, like in this union. Like what I mean by that is like maybe your partner is a bit like mothering you or fathering you too much. Like it's like a little bit like this, where it's you want it to be like this. Okay, so they might feel like they're teaching you like a lot, or you might feel like you're like mothering or fathering them. So it could play both ways, but there is something to do with parenting. So they could even feel like you'd be a good parent, like for their children. If you don't have children, they could see you as the mother and father of their children. All right, there could be children involved as well, and they're occupied with parenting and taking care of their children. All right, but I feel like they're going through a lot of personal growth, and I feel like meeting you and having you in their life, they feel this strong sense of like growth within themselves. Like they've actually shifted their perspective, and you've helped them on their journey towards like enlightenment and personal growth. Okay, so you, I feel, had a major impact on them. Okay, and I do feel a strong sense of like they see you as someone that be a good spouse. Like they see you as someone that they could share harmony in their domestic environment, and raise children. Like I feel like it's like a very fuzzy, warm feeling that they have towards you. So they get really excited for that. But yeah, they do see it as a lot of growth happening. So I do feel maybe this person was a little bit immature before, and now they're kind of stepping into their own power. They're really getting inspired by you in order to really focus on where they need to work on within themselves and fix something in their life. Okay, so you were like this catalyst for them in some way. So very interesting here. Yeah, they're on a roll for something. Like they're on the path of like development. Okay, so but they seem like they're very harmonious to you. I feel like you have a little bit more of, it's like this on and off in your mind. Like you're like, should I take this person back? Should I not? I feel like you're going through a little bit more turbulence within yourself. It's like the Libra thing, all right? Okay, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, children are coming up. All right, so children. All right, so your love life is being affected by children. So this could be that maybe, you know, they have children from someone else and they're occupied with that, okay? Maybe that's like kind of where you feel they didn't give you enough time, like a lot of time in the relationship. It's because they were dealing with their own things, okay? Their own personal growth in regard to children. And again, it could be that, you know, you are meant to have children with this person, okay? So it could be that as well. But, you know, there's like a lot of purity here, because I do feel like both of you share a union of, like, if there's no children involved at all, I feel like both of you share this like soulmate, like familiar feeling of, like, you know, when children meet for the first time and hearts are open when we're young and when we're children, and you become friends with the first person you meet. Like, you don't have that fear, oh my God, should I trust this person? Children are like that. Like the hurts that we go through, like over time as adults, and then we develop walls. Children, like, their hearts are open, okay? That's why we get hurt along the way. It's because we start off like very open. So this person, like your union, you know, it feels very innocent and very pure and like very childlike. That's what I'm getting. It is a very nice feeling. The other thing I'm getting with this, I almost lost it. No, I did lose it. Okay, so let me just kind of tune into this picture. Yeah, you know, like it's like that happy family, like with the pets. So I like, you have the parenting card, like they have the parenting card here. So like they see themselves as like that picture in your world of like having the big happy family, like the white picket fence, the dogs. So that if there's someone like that, you know, you're very much close to, it feels like that feeling. Okay, this is what they're feeling towards you. But again, it could be like a child-parent union, that energy that you have, where it's like, you know, someone might be feeling like a mother or father to you, or you might be doing that to them. All right, so there might be some healing needed, maybe from one of their parents or one of your parents. So you want to, because our parents influence us, and especially because that's the first union we see as children, right? Is our parents or the people who raised us, like their union. So sometimes when there's like challenges or instability, and sometimes if we attract like unavailable partners, we want to look at that as like what we experienced as children with our parents or the people that raised us, okay? And kind of see what love means to us, or relationship, based on like what we've seen as children, okay? So for some of you, it might mean, you know, some forgiveness or healing that you have to go through, like from one of your parents. It could be like you're attracting like a partner that's like very similar to like one of your parents. So if you're attracting, for example, not for everyone, like unavailable partners or emotionally disconnected partners, maybe one of your parents were like that because they were working too much and they didn't have too much time with you, and you kind of settled into that feeling of like, it's what you know, it's like that comfort, or and you're reliving that, okay? So sometimes like patterns need to be broken for you to kind of invite new fresh energy in your life. I hope this is making sense for a lot of you, but some healing needs to happen, or forgiveness, maybe with one of the parents, okay? Yeah, a lot of like there's children here, a lot of like parenting, like maybe you share this with your partner, okay? Yeah, but there is like a lot of forgiveness and a growth happening. Wow, my hair is like flying everywhere. There is harmony this month. I do feel for that. There is going to be like conversations and some form of agreements happening. All right. And it's also, you know, don't keep some things to yourself. Like I feel like you feel like you could handle it all, like, and you're keeping a lot of emotions, a lot of thoughts to yourself. You know, the friends that you have around you, of course, that you trust, that you feel comfortable expressing to, this is saying to contact or call a friend up and kind of share what's going on with your world. And especially if you're like single and you want someone, you know, tell your friends, like, you like, be open to love. You know, do your part. Of the whole story, like, take initiative on your end, okay? Because you never know, maybe they'll introduce you to someone, you know, they'll be like, hey, my friend's looking, she's single, he's single, and you know, there you go, they might like introduce you. All right, so ask for and accept support from others, okay? Don't shy away from that. Let people know how it is that you're feeling, okay? And you will feel better explaining or expressing something that's been bothering you. Once you're like put it out on the table, that energy releases itself, and then you could get some good advice from that friend, okay? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, okay? So for a lot of you, there could be like new romance like coming in, all right? So this is beautiful here. And it could even be a new love of life, all right? It could be some hobby that you're picking up. But it's saying like, if this person here, you feel it's not for you and it's ending like quietly and gracefully and you're maybe becoming friends, this is saying some new person's coming in, okay? So you know, like, whether this thing is toxic for you or not. Yeah, don't settle or stay in situations that you know they're not good for you, but maybe you're settling because it's all you have right now. Maybe you don't want to leave because of the fear that, what if I don't have anyone else? This is the best I could do. Well, you deserve love, and new love is on the horizon, okay? So this is coming in for you to really confirm that for you, okay? And it's someone that's gonna like pursue you, like they're really, I feel like they notice you first, okay? And they're gonna come up to you, all right? So beautiful energy here. I wish you all the best. I hope this makes sense, because there's like a lot of stuff going on this month for you. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. This part is important. Oh, my cat. Okay, we're not leaving just yet. Okay, so because it called to my attention that this card needed to be pulled out. Okay, so no bye-bye yet. All right. This is the card you got from like Healing Love Angels. All right. Appreciate this moment. That's the first time I've done that. I've never said bye-bye and then reached out for another card, but I feel like really this card had to come out. Okay. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. Okay. So within anyone like you meet, like, you will find like a gemstone or like a secret pearl, like something beautiful within each person, okay? And it's like a matter of you like taking the time to get to know people out there, okay? And sometimes with the person you are involved with right now or thinking about, maybe you had some judgments, or like you judge the book by its cover based on some old relationships or people you've met in your life, or just maybe the way they looked, or certain things that they've done, like maybe there was a misunderstanding, okay? So you know, there's some growth here is what I'm saying. So and sometimes our soulmates and people that we fall for, they're not the expectations like we have, like physically, for example, okay? So appreciate this moment, because this moment, like, it's not going to come back again. Whatever you're going through now, if you're like single, you know, it's saying it might not be like that forever. Your life might change, like, you know, the day after tomorrow. You might be with someone and you might look back and really miss the time you had, like, you know, with your friends, by yourself, and just like hanging out with you. So just every moment that comes in your life, it's like a different phase, but it's a blessing, okay, to do what it is that you have to do, okay? There's a purpose for every stage of our life. So really appreciate right now where you are. This is what it's saying. So that's a really beautiful card. Yeah, each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. And love takes time. It really does. You really need to dig deep and really know what people are, peeling layers of like everyone, you know, because we have some walls here and there, all right? So it takes time to really get to know a person, all right? So there's your message, and I wish you all the best, so I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.